Hello and welcome to another Iceberg video. Today we've got another episode of Pokémon Showdown and we're going to be focusing on monotypes. Every team in this episode will consist of a common type between all 6 Pokémon, and sometimes it could be a big advantage or a big disadvantage. So without further ado, let's get underway. My headphone audio was off. We've got Arcanine against Braviary. It is fire against normal, and I'm going to start things off by charging up. They've gone for a Will-O-Wisp here. I'm going to charge up again, and they go for a switch on the Skeledirge. And with that, I'm going to go for a Brave Bird, which doesn't really do a whole lot. Flame Charge doesn't do a lot either. It will increase Skeledirge's speed with a Torch Song. That does a bit more. Increases special attack as well. The Skeledirge is down to the yellow. Braviary now down to the red. Oh, both of us are recovering here. Very well then. And the Torch Song this time down to the red again. The recoil might be enough to take down Braviary. It is not, down to 1. Gonna try and go for a Roost again, but Flame Charge goes first. Skeledirge now at 2 times speed and 2 times special attack. I'll try and go for Porygon Z maybe. And I'm gonna go Shadow Ball. Torch Song is a critical hit and a 1-hit KO. I think I might just get swept here. I could maybe go to Dunsparce. I pretty much have to attack right now. Torch Song once again, and Earth Power will put Skeledirge down to the yellow. I don't think I could go for a Roost here. Torch Song goes first, and the Dunsparce is out. Dodrio up next. Torch Song again. It's another critical hit. I think I am going to get swept here. Torch Song again. Kamala down to the yellow. Knockoff will take down Skeledirge. So they'll go back to Arcanine here. And I'm going to go for a Body Slam if we can, and we cannot. So my last Pokemon is going to be Arboliva. I'm going to Terastallize and go for a Substitute maybe. Flare Blitz. Well read by the Terastallize, as Arboliva recovers onto the green and harvests another Citrus Berry. Flare Blitz will take away that substitute. We've got Leech Seed. And I'm going to go for a Hyper Voice here as Will-O-Wisp misses. Arboliva's more of a special attacker anyway, and Arcanine is out. Entei heading on. That is a stacked roster. And Flare Blitz will be enough to take Arboliva down. Alright, so I wasn't even close for this first game. We've got Azelf against Kilowattrel. It'll be Electric against Psychic. So no big advantages here. I'm going to start things off with a Thunderbolt. Does a decent amount. Nasty Plot going to charge up. I'm going to go for a Thunder Wave. Well, Kilowattrel already goes first. But sometimes the Pokemon can be prevented from using the move that they want to, as Hurricane will take down Azelf for the first KO of the game. And Hatterene is going to be up next. So I'm going to go for another Hurricane. Doesn't do a whole lot. We've got Draining Kiss, and Hatterene recovers to full. Thunderbolt again lands the paralysis. Draining Kiss hits again. That might be a move to spam at this point. But we could go Hurricane again down to the yellow. Paralyzed again. And Hurricane hits again down to the red and the confusion. And it hits itself. That is just cruel there. RNG is not working in his favor whatsoever. Also, they've got Deoxys on this team, and Extreme Speed will take down Kilowattrel. I want to say that move always goes first. I'm going to get Plusle out of the way and go for a nasty plot to charge up. Superpower goes, Plusle down to the yellow. Do I have a physical attacking move? No, I don't. Don't feel like that would work out anyway. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt if we can, and we cannot. Plusle's out here. I think Deoxys might have a sort of Life Orb. I'm going to go for Vikavolt up next. And I'm going to go for a Bug Buzz. Going to play a more aggressive route against Deoxys here. Psycho Boost. Vikavolt hangs on. Down to 3%, and Bug Buzz will take down Deoxys. For someone who seems quick, Vikavolt has only 120 speed, so having the Sticky Web, it might have been useful here. Dazzling Gleam will take Vikavolt down, and Electivire is going to be up next. It's 3-on-3. I'm going to go for Supercell Slam. Down to the yellow and charging up with a Calm Mind. It's more of a physical attack, so I expect it to take down Chimecho here. And it does. So up next, it is Lunala. I'm going to go Volt Switch, which doesn't do a whole lot. And I'm going to try Toxtricity. I might get red here. Moongeist Beam. I think that's a Ghost-type move, so normal effectiveness against Toxtricity. And I'm going to go Overdrive. Actually, no. I'm going to Terrestrialize first. Overdrive's not going to be a stab move, though, but those are some of the risks you have to take. There's a Psyshock. And Overdrive puts Lunala down to the yellow. It's the only move I could use. And Psyshock will be enough to take Toxtricity down. So I'm going to go back to Electivire here. I'm going to go for a Supercell Slam once again. And it will take down Lunala. And the last Pokemon here is going to be Iron Crown. A Steel and Psychic type, so I'm going to go for an Earthquake if we can. Down to the red, Earthquake puts Iron Crown down to the red. And Psyshock will take down Electivire. And the last Pokemon for me is going to be Raikou. Raikou is faster here. So we're going to go for a Thunderbolt, Psyshock. Apparently Iron Crown was faster, but that doesn't do enough. And we got ourselves a win in this episode. Let's be a good sport in this one, shall we? Alright, so up next we've got Masquerain against Ursaluna. Flying against either ground or normal could be an advantage for me if it is ground. Instead, it's normal, and Hydro Pump is pretty well read. We've got a Toxic Orb as well, which means a Toxic Boost in this case is Knock Off will knock away the Heavy Duty Boots, and Hurricane misses. I'm going to try and go for a Sticky Web here if we can. We've got Facade for Zangoose, and Masquerain is out. So I'm going to go for Toucannon up next. And I'm going to try a Bullet Seed and see if that will be enough. Got Knock Off again, knocks away another pair of Heavy Duty Boots. And Zangoose is out. 4 times will be enough. Got Cinccino up next. I'm going to try Boom Burst. There's a Triple Axle, super effective against pretty much all of the flying types I have, except for Gyarados. I'm going to charge up with a Dragon Dance here. There's a Tail Slap. That could do a decent amount, all the way down to the red after 5 turns. Or 5 times, I should say. I think Gyarados should be faster here, though, and Cinccino down to the yellow and misses on the Tail Slap. And that could help us out here, and Waterfall will take Cinccino down. We're back in this game now, as Girafarig heads out. And I'm going to go Waterfall again if we can. terrestrializing onto a normal type, and Thunderbolt will take down Gyarados. It'll be super effective against everyone at this point, so I'm gonna go Yanmega, and I'm gonna try Giga Drain. Oh, he's got Sap Sipper! And the paralysis from the Thunderbolt. And on top of that, I've got Choice Specs, so I think I have to switch out. Got Thunderbolt again. Could sweep the rest of my team. I'm gonna try... I think I'm going to take a bit of a risk and go for Brave Bird. It will be enough to take Girafarig down. Grapholi up next. I'm gonna go for a Drill Run. Down to the yellow, and Knockoff will take down Dodrio. So up next for me, it is going to be Yanmega once again. Try and get that one out of the way. And Gunk Shot will be enough to take Yanmega down. Can Howlucha save the day for us here? I'm going to try and charge up with a Swords Dance. Knockoff doesn't do a lot. Knocks away the White Herb. Could have been good for the close combat. Oh, it might be a risk charging up again. Super Fang down to the yellow now. I think Throat Chop is the safest option, and Grapholi is out. Ursaluna heading back out. Hawlucha goes faster. I'm going to go close combat. That will take down Ursaluna. And who's the last one going to be? Wire Deer. Part Psychic. So I could go Throat Chop here. Down to the red. And that prevented Wire Deer from making his move. So he could go Throat Chop again. Oh, he decides to forfeit. I'm going to take it. So that's 2 wins and 1 loss so far. We've got Indeedee and Whiscash. It is going to be Psychic against either Water or Ground. And you already know what I'm going to do here. We're going to go Expanding Force. As Whiscash charges up with a Dragon Dance. And Earthquake is a critical hit. And Indeedee's out. I can maybe go for Gallade here. It's possible Whiscash might be faster. And Earthquake, Gallade hangs on. And Psycho Cut will take down Whiscash. Gallade eventually out as well. And up next for me, I'm going to go for Grumpig. Crocodile heading out, so it is going to be ground types. I don't have a lot to deal with Crocodile here. We can maybe go for a Nasty Plot. The Knockoff is a one-hit KO against Grumpig. Slowbro and Solgaleo are both weak to ground. So I'll go Rabsca. And I'm going to go for a Revival Blessing. If we can, we cannot. I think Knockoff could sweep the rest of my team. He's got Moxie as well. And Earthquake is a critical hit and takes down Slowbro. Last one's going to be Solgaleo. I have to take a bit of risk if we can, but Earthquake goes first again, and that is game. Just like that. We've got Origin Palkia against Decidueye. It's going to be Dragon against either Grass or Ghost. I think it might be more of an advantage if it was Grass here. Fire Blast is a pretty good amount. Leaf Storm in response. Palkia down to the yellow. Gonna go Fire Blast misses here. Spirit Shackle will be enough to take Palkia down. So I'm going to play a little more defensive with this one. And go for Dipplin. And try and make things interesting with a Dragon Tail. Switching on to Duskmar. So it's going to be Ghost. And I'm going to try a Giga Drain. Poltergeist does a pretty good amount. Down to the yellow. And the Giga Drain helps him recover onto the green. I want to recover further though. That's a critical hit there, but Dipplin hangs on. I could maybe go Dragon Tail again. I just realized that almost always goes last. And there's a switch onto Calyrex. What's his speed stat? 121? Yeah, I think he's going to be gone here. It might be safer to go recover if Calyrex decides to charge up. There's a Pawn Puff. Super effective. and Diplin is out. Grimnay as well. I could go for Flapple. And I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch. Super effective and Calyrex is out. Mimikyu up next. Sucker Punch is the only move I could use. That fails. As Mimikyu charges up. You know what? Oh, I was about to switch out. Oh, Mimikyu's trying to sweep the rest of my team. Now I'm going to switch out here. And play rough. Archaludon hangs on. It's possible Mimikyu might be faster here. And that will be enough to take Archaludon down. I could maybe go for Eternatus. I don't have a poison attack. Shadow Sneak does a pretty good amount. I think that move always goes first. The Disguise is activated after this Flamethrower. And Flamethrower again down to the yellow. And Woodhammer resisted, but still did a pretty good amount. Due to the 3 times attack. And Shadow Sneak will take Eternatus down. Mimikyu's out as well. I'm going to go back to Flapple here. Up against Dusknoir. And since I have a choice band, and Sucker Punch isn't going to hit every time, I'm going to go for Gravapple. Shadow Sneak goes first. Gravapple will be enough to take down Dusknoir. We're going on to Trevenant here. That'll be fine for now. We'll see how much that ends up doing. Decides to Terastallize to a fighting type. Hornleech does almost nothing. I'm not sure what you're thinking here. And Gravapple is a critical hit as well, and Trevenant is out. Onto Bayonet. The reset of stats. And Thunder Wave to paralyze Flapple, and Gravapple misses. Didn't realize Paralysis also lowers accuracy, and Flapple is out. Regidrago is going to be the last one. I could maybe try and charge up. And Thunder Wave will paralyze Regidrago, but he's got the Lumberry. And I'm going to play the aggressive route here. Outrage will be enough to take down Bayonet. Decidueye's the last one. He's weak as well. And this Outrage will wrap up this game. And in effect, it'll wrap up this episode as well. And I think I did fairly well with monotypes here. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you in the next video.